memorabilia and stuff like that, and it's open to the public. And today was our last day until April, so I went out there and helped them kind of weatherize the place and get it going there. It's been a pretty decent afternoon. Lee's been coming down here like nobody's business, and I think this year I'm just going to wait until they pretty much all have fallen down and go out there with a blower rather than make 4, 5, 6, 7, however many trips to the curb, because it just doesn't seem like I do anything. I no sooner get them to the curb and turn around and they're back down there again. So I'm going to wait till a bunch of them fall this year and maybe do them all at once. Got enough stuff that's falling off the trees I can put me a nice little fire in the fire ringer and keep warm while I'm doing it. Let me see here. I guess I don't have anything else. Good to hear Neil and Christine back again. I figured they were up in, I think he said last week they were going to Michigan or someplace up there, so I'm glad they made it back. And happy birthday to Christine here the next day or two, or whenever that is. Hope she has a good one. And Neil, you make sure that she does. That's about all I have, Linda. Let's see here. Got 175 days until the solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024. So that's all I got. Everybody have a really good start to the week. Stay warm. That seems to be the buzzword, but it is supposed to start getting a little warmer about Wednesday again. So take for what it's worth. Grab a good one when you can. Going back to see us Tuesday night. We'll do it all again. Turn back to you, Linda. WB8YYS.
Okay, Greg, very good. This is WB8QLT and the Tri-County Traffic Training Net. Do we have any other stations with or without traffic wishing to join? Okay, anybody have any questions or comments for the net before we get ready to close? Okay, WB8YYS, you ready to take the net report?
Go ahead and roll the numbers.
Okay. Number 11, routine, Hotel X-Ray Golf, Whiskey Bravo 8, Quebec Lima Tango. 5, Tuscaloosa, Ohio, October 22, going to your station, WB8YYS, break. Mixed group 22, November Delta, figure 6, that's without the in and out. Figure 2, figures 17, N1 BCS, break, Linda, WB8QLT, end.
What was the time again?
Sorry, 17.
Okay, I'll write it down this time. Roger, number 11. Nice job, Linda. It's like you never even left. It's WB8YYS.
Guess it's like riding a bike. Oh, God, I haven't done that in a while either. All right, well, today I did something I haven't done in over 14 months, and that was vacuum. And I'm not quite sure I should have done that because it's not being very good to my back. So, but anyway, that's the way it is. So, all right, I'd like to thank the Norma Group for allowing us to use this repeater during the net. Also like to thank N1BCF for being our HF sideband liaison tonight. And, of course, I want to thank all of those that joined us tonight. It was great hearing everybody. I'm not going to go through the rest as we all know it so well. We'll remind everybody that we do meet here on Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday evenings at 9 p.m. And we will see everybody hopefully Tuesday night. This is WB8QLT closing this evening's edition of the Tri-County Traffic Training Net. 7-3 to all, and WB8QLT will be clear. 7-3, everybody.
This is KE8VZA. I am going to be the pre-show net control tonight, as well as the logger for the Beacon Net. If there is anyone out there that would like to get on the list early, now is your chance.
W8WKY.
Whiskey Bravo 4, Alpha India Zulu, WB4 IC, show me in and out.
KE8ELR, show me in and out, Andy and Atwater.
The last KE8 station, would you please repeat your call?
For the big show.
KE8ELR, Andy and Atwater.
Andy, could you phonetically repeat your call sign, please?
Kilo Echo 8, Echo Lima Romeo. Again, that is Kilo Echo 8, Echo Lima Romeo. How copy?
KE8ELR. Gotcha there, Andy. And you said you wanted to be in and out, correct?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Thank you for your check-in. There was another call out there that dealt with Andy, I believe. If you would please repeat your call sign.
Whiskey Bravo 4, Alpha India Zulu, WB4 AIZ, Chuck in Florida. In and out.
WB4AIZ, this is KE8VZA. I got you there, Chuck, and we've got you on the list as in and out. Thanks for your check-in. Anyone else, please?
Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Zulu X-ray
In and out tonight.
K. I'll be in and out.
KE2BZXK. I got you on the list there as in and out. Thanks, K. There was another station in there that doubled with K. If you would please repeat your call sign.
Hello, this is KB8LNK. That was probably me that doubled. But you can mark me in as in and out tonight.
KB8LNK, KE8VZA. Good to hear you, Ron. Yes, got you on the log here, and we'll mark you in and out. Thanks. Again, this is KE8VZA. Taking a few early check-ins if you would like to get on the list before the pre-show and get a head start on everyone else. Please call now.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo, KE8JQR, Keith in Uniontown.
Node 48496 connected to node.
I copy KE8TQR, Keith. Good to hear you, Keith. Got you on the list. Anyone else, please?
Kilo Golf 4, Sierra Charlie Kilo. KG4, SCK, Mark Copley.
All right, I got you there, Mark. KG4SCK, good to hear you tonight. This is KE8VZA taking a few more. We have 5 more minutes before the pre-show, so if you want to squeak in here and on the early list, please call now.
November Tango, 8 Delta. I'm going to be in and out tonight, Eric, and nice to hear you doing some net control work.
November Tango 8 Delta, KE8VZA. Good to hear you too, Dave. Got you on the list, and we'll mark you in and out. Have a good evening. Thank you. Any more check-ins, please?
W3ETB, Whiskey 3 Echo Tango Bravo there, Eric. Please check me in.
W3ETB, I got you on the list there, Eddie. Thanks. Any further check-ins? We have about 3.5 minutes or so. KE8VZA here again. I looked on the monitor screen, and I also have on the list Josh KE8YUG. So no worries there, Josh. You're in. Any further check-ins for the pre-show, please call now. KE8VZA here. We will now stand by for the announcer for the Beacon Net.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
Very good. This is KE8VZA pre-show net controller for the Beacon Net. We are on 147.390 with a PL tone of 114.8. If you need to program that into your radio or double check that, why don't you go ahead and do that now. And anybody who would like to check in to the pre-show, please call now.
KE8 VCA, Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, Fred in Akron. Good evening, Eric.
Echolink for now, but I'll be on the radio a little later.
Okay, I copy Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie. Got you there, Fred. And I believe that was Lucy, KE8YUK, right after Fred there.
Kilo to 8, Papa Charlie, KD8,
Kilo 8, Papa Juliet Whiskey, K8, PJW.
This is KE8 VZA here. Let's run down the list real quick just to let you know who I have on the list. So we have KE8QKO, which we'll touch base with in shortly, who will be our net controller tonight. I went ahead and took the liberty to add him myself. AB8MO, Andy's going to do the trivia tonight. The rest of the team, KE8QWE, KD8EPC, got you there, Dustin. KD8SLG, WB4AIZ, who's in and out, Chuck, KE8ELR, in and out, KE2BZX, K, in and out, KB8LNK, Ron, in and out, KE8YUG, Josh, KG4SCK, Mark, KE8TQR, Keith, NT8D, Dave, in and out, W3ETB, Eddie, K5CFY, Ray, I grabbed you from the monitor list there and put you on the list. K8MNT, WA8KOC, KE8YUK, K8PJW. Any other stations wishing to check in, please go ahead and call now.
Kilo 8, Alpha Lima X-Ray, Mike and Willard, in and out.
Kilo Echo 8, Bravo, Hotel Quebec, Benjamin from Strasbourg.
Amherst, KE8MMY.
This is KE8VZA here again. I copied K8ALX, KE8BHQ, Benjamin, KE8MMY, Chris, I got you in here. Any other stations, please call now. Okay, hearing nothing. Let's go up to, I'm going to touch base with who I have here on the list and see if you're going to stick around for the big show. We have a few ins and outs already, so I'll go down to the first one who's not in and out, KE8YUG, Josh. How you doing, Josh? You sticking around for trivia? Okay, hearing nothing. We'll come back to Josh. He was in the monitor list there. Let's go on to Mark KG4SCK. How you doing, Mark? Are you back in Ohio, and are you sticking around for the trivia?
Hey, good evening, Eric. That's a yes and a yes. KG4SDK, back to prenet.
All right, thank you, Mark. Good to hear you. I'm going to step back up on the list to Josh. I think the 7-0 might be linked in now. KE8YUG, are you there, and are you sticking around for the trivia tonight?
Good to hear you, Eric. KE8BZA, I am here. I just didn't hear you. I heard just silence, and so I didn't know what was going on there. And then I heard you say, well, Comet off. And I looked at the list, saw Mark was next, so yeah, sorry about that. I just didn't hear anything. It's been linked up since 9:30, so everything was going okay. But yeah, there was just a pause over here. I don't know. It must the way the links are. But I am here, and I'll be sticking around. KE8YUG, back to Eric there.
Okay, Josh, maybe I didn't pause enough to let everything reset there. Sorry about that if that was the case. I got you on the list, though, and glad to hear you're sticking around. It's good to hear you tonight. Now we're going to jump down to Keith, KE8TQR. How you doing, Keith, and are you sticking around for the big show?
KE8VZA, KE8TQR. Good evening, Eric. Good to hear you on there tonight. You're doing a fine job. Yeah, I'll be sticking around for the show, so put me in. KE8TQR, back to prenet.
All right, Keith, very good. Gotcha on the list here, and it was very nice meeting you Saturday, along with a few other people there, too. Okay, NTAD Dave was in and out. We'll go back. Now we're down to Eddie, W3ETB. How are you doing, Eddie, and are you sticking around for the big show?
Yeah, Eric, I'll be here. I'll be hanging around, waiting for the trivia questions. Back to you, Eric.
Okay, thanks, Eddie. Good to hear you tonight. Next, we're going to jump down to Ray, K5CFY. I don't know if he's on another net at the moment, but we'll give him a shout. How you doing there, Ray? Are you sticking around for the big show?
CFY, I am here listening and to TuneNets, and yes, I am definitely hanging around for the big show. Great job there on the pre-net. K5CFY, back to you.
All right, Ray, thank you very much. Got you on the list, and good luck with the multitasking there. I know you can handle it. This is KE8VZA. We're going to go down to the next person on the list, KA8MNT. Tom, are you sticking around for the big show?
Well, good evening, everybody. Yeah, I'll try to stick around with it. This KA8MNT, back to the pre-net.
Okay, thanks, Tom. We'll go down to Fred next, WA8KOC. How are you doing, Fred, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
Hey, good evening to you, Eric, and everyone else in here on the net. Nice seeing you at the club meeting. Thursday evening. Hey, you're doing a great job, as would be expected for all the net controllers on the Beacon Net. I will not, however, be able to stick around this evening, so please do give my best to everybody, and I'm sure it'll be great trivia and a great time had by all. Take good care of yourself, pal. I will look forward to talking to you sometime through the week if you're available. KE8 VZA as prenet, WA8KOC 73.
WA8KOC, this is KE8VZA 73 to you, Fred. I have to say I've had some pretty good examples to listen to and learn from by listening as yourself. It was very nice meeting you at the meeting Thursday, and 73. KE8YUK, Lucy, you're next up to bat here. Are you hanging around for the big show?
W8WKY, repeater, PL14.
KE8VZA, this is KE8YUK. I am planning on sticking around. My whole family is asleep except for me, so I figured why not. So I'm on Echolink right now. Once I'm done doing this posting stuff, we'll be back on the radio. So yes, I will be sticking around and listening for the trivia. Back to you, Eric.
All right, Lucy, good to hear you. Glad you're hanging around. Got you on the list. Okay, next up is Phil, K8PJW. How you doing, Phil? Are you sticking around?
KE8VZA, K8PJW. Good evening, Eric. Fine business doing the net, and it was nice to meet you at the QSO party on Saturday. I've got to make an early night, so I'm going to go ahead and check out, but good luck on the net. This is K8PJW. Back to it.
K8PJW, KE8VZA. Yes, it was very nice. I got to see you twice in 1 week at the meeting and the QSO party there, eyeball QSOs. So that was very good. Thanks for checking in. I got you in and out here on the list, 73. Okay, next we have K8ALX. I believe I got that right, Mike. Are you sticking around for the big show? K8ALX, this is KE8VZA. Mike, are you going to stick around for the trivia and the big show? Okay, we'll check back with K8ALX in a bit. Let's move on down to Benjamin, KE8BHQ. How you doing, Benjamin, and are you sticking around for the trivia?
KE8BHQ. Yep, I will be sticking around for the big show. That's about all I've got for now, so I'll give it back to you. KE8BHQ.
KE8BHQ. This is KE8VZA. Very good, Benjamin. Glad you're aboard. And next on the list is KE8MMY. Chris, how are you? And are you sticking around for the big show?
K8MMY, if someone could kindly show me which direction is up. I will be working on an essay this evening, my rear end versus a hole in the ground, a comparative analysis, while I'm doing dishes and laundry and everything else. So I will probably be in and around, but yeah, it's just been a day. So good to hear everybody, and count sticking around, I guess. K8MMY.
Okay, Chris, we got you here. Yeah, I had kind of a busy day too. A little ragged right now, but my eyes are still open, so we'll be in good shape here. Okay, that takes us down to the bottom of the list. If there are any other people who would like to check in, please call now.
KDA-ICR. Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf.
Kilo Delta 2 Hotel Charlie Echo will be in and out.
India, KI5 RFI Mac in Springdale.
Okay, there are 4 stations, and there was a KI5 something with a ZR, I think, in the call sign. If you could please repeat your call sign.
Kilo Delta 8 India Charlie Romeo.
Roger, I copy Kilo Delta 8. I'm sorry, could you repeat that one more time?
KD8-ICR, Kilo Delta 8, India Charlie Romeo. Name here is Don in Bainbridge.
Copy Kilo Delta 8, India Charlie Romeo. Thanks, Don. Then I have KC5 RBG Shannon, KI5 RFI. I got your first name here as Dolan. I don't know if you have a middle initial M. If you could let me know which name you prefer, please.
KI5 RFI. I go by middle name Mac, M-A-C-K.
Thank you, Mac. Got you there. There was another station, I think, that was stepped on. If you could please, if you didn't hear me call your call sign, if you could please repeat it.
Kilo Delta 2 Hotel Charlie Echo will be in and out.
AFIJB, Manitoba for short time.
Kilo Charlie 3 Whiskey Oscar Victor, Cody and Clark.
Okay, the last 3 stations I copied were KD2 HCE, Chris, and I believe you said you were in and out. Is that correct, Chris?
Roger, listening now, KD2 HCE.
Thanks, Chris, 73. Next one on the list, I had something, a call sign similar, A5, I think it was AF5JB. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir, and I am short time.
Copied AF5JB. Okay, we'll get right back to you. station after that was KC3WOV, I believe. If you could please confirm your call sign.
W8WKY.
Affirmative. Kilo 3, Whiskey Oscar Victor. In and out.
Thank you, Kilo Charlie 3, Whiskey Oscar Victor. In and out. Thanks. Okay, let's pop back up to our short time station, AF5JB. Go ahead, Matt.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, guys. Good to hear everyone. Good to hear you and everybody else out there on the net. You want to stop by for a little bit? I'm one and done, by the way, but I want to stop by and say hi to everyone. Had a great weekend. Of course, I got my chores done. Got my pickup truck. Cleaned out a little bit. I've got the oil changed over, and my laundry and everything. Then went out of town, saw a couple of friends of mine, some old friends of mine, and I kind of hung out with them for a while. Got back to Tulsa about 2:30 this morning. Kind of hung around the house a little bit. Had a beer and I went to bed. So that's my weekend. And just kind of took it easy. For the rest of the day, and fixing to start a whole new week. To put some rain here around Tulsa sometime this week. I think we get quite a bit the way they're talking, so and then before it's cool down, I think by the end of this week. But other than that, that I got for now. Say sweet to all you guys, and have a good work week. Stay free, and until next time. Thanks for having me. And this is AFIJB, Matt. In Tulsa, Oklahoma. Think it's wasting your time. Go ahead and make it roll. Until next time.
AF5JB, KE8VZA. Thanks for checking in, Matt. I'm glad you got to see some friends this weekend and got chores done. Yeah, I had a lot of chores on my list, and I got most of them done this weekend, so I'll call it a success. But thank you for checking in, and 73 to you, Matt. Any other check-ins, please call now.
King Charles 8, Fox Queen Victor, KC8 FQV, Mark.
Okay, I'm going to go back up to the top of this last batch of check-ins that we got, and let's see, we left off with Chris. Let's see, KD8ICR, Don. How you doing, Don? Are you sticking around for the big show?
This is KD8ICR on the net. I'm doing good, and yes, I will. When does that start? In about 10 minutes?
The main net starts at 10 o'clock, so we have about 5 minutes to go. So glad you're sticking around. Good to hear you, Don. And next on the list is Shannon, KC5RBG. How you doing, Shannon? Are you sticking around?
I am doing well and have had a wonderful weekend. But unfortunately, I won't be staying around. Mr. Kenyon is still with me right now, and he should be going home pretty soon, so I'll probably be doing that. If I'm in the truck when the net starts, I may jump in there, but for now, just have me in and out. And I'll wave a hand at all my friends near and far. And this is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns, saying God bless and 73. Back to net control.
KC5RBG, this is KE8VZA. Thanks a lot, Shannon. Good to hear you tonight. We'll get you on the list here as in and out. 73 to you. Feel free to do a recheck later on. Be happy to hear more from you. This is KE8VZA. Next on the list, KI5RFI Mac. Are you sticking around for the big show?
Well, Net Control, good evening to you and everybody on the net. It's been a beautiful day here in the Ozarks. Had baseball games this morning and good afternoon and nap, sir. I will be sticking around for the big show, so I'll turn it back to you and say 73s for now.
All right, Mac, thank you very much. Got you on the list here. Good to hear you. We had KD2HCE, Chris in and out. AF5JB, Matt, we spoke with him. He's one and done. KC3WOV is in and out as well. Next on the list is Mark, KC8FQV. It was nice to meet you, Mark, at the Eyeball QSO. How you doing, and are you sticking around?
All right. Well, yeah, great seeing everyone yesterday at the Eyeball QSO. I wish it would have ended just there. But Gary, I want to thank him for keep getting in contact with me, making sure I got home. And yeah, we had a little delay. The pump delayed. You know, you have a pump on a car that pumps gasoline up to the engine, and it don't pump. Yeah, your car won't go. Well, that wasn't me. The insulin pump decided it was going to just give a little more, or something happened. We don't know exactly, or I didn't have enough food sometime during the day, and yeah, the insulin took over, so we were a little low. But the Fairlawn group did good, and then on top of that, the Cleveland Clinic did good. So we're all back. Yeah, you get low, you have to take sugar. And yeah, I was back at the pump aisle, and I just was trying to figure out which deal I wanted to get. And I should have just grabbed the first one and just not worried about which one was the best deal for when you buy the 6 packs of pop. Because normally you get 1 pack, it costs a lot more than you get, whatever the sales is. I was just taking the Mountain Dew sales they had and just gone with 3 packs for $12, and I would have drank a bottle or 2 of that and would have been back. But I went a little too far down in Fairlawn. But they got me, and they took care of it. And, all this medicine and all this great medical stuff we have these days, years ago we didn't have it. So, but I'm all back good. So that's what counts. But great seeing everyone yesterday. So, yeah, it was a good Eyeball QSO. And they'll do a picnic one during the summer, So we'll send it back to net. KSFQV.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Mark. Glad you got your situation stabilized there. And again, it was very nice meeting you finally. Okay, we're at the bottom of the list there, and it is the top of the hour, so I'm going to turn the reins over to Nick at NITE, KE8QKO. How you doing, Nick?
KE8VZA, KE8QKO. Thank you, Eric, and fine business on the pre-show. You got your first one, so that's a pretty good job. It's good to have you out there, and it's good to hear you. All right. Wait, wrong tab here. All right, there we go. Good evening, and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar, and I will be net control for the evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 3, and I know positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit, so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Nothing heard. Stations that haven't already checked in or have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Tango Bravo, KC1 STD, Bob, Massachusetts.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there. All right, so I have Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Tango Bravo, Bob. I think that's correct. There was another station trying to check in with you, and he was doubling but very quiet. So the station that tried to check in at the same time as Bob, please come back with your call sign again, and maybe try to move the microphone closer to your mouth or increase your gain if you can, because you were very, very quiet. All right, hearing nothing there. I'm kind of confused. My net logger has a station in there I didn't catch. So, am I correct? Was there a Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Tango Bravo that tried to check in that was Bob? Or did I totally hear that wrong?
KC1 STB, Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Tango Bravo, Bob in Massachusetts, checking in.
All right, thank you, Bob. I wanted to make sure that I was not, messed up in the head and trying to hear everything. But there was a station trying to check in with you, or doubling with you, that it was very quiet and I did not hear. So if that station is out there and would like to check in again, please say your call sign one more time and try to speak a little bit louder into the microphone.
Kilo Oscar 4, Lima November, Chuck, KO4 KLN, Chuck, Alabama.
All right, I think that's the correct one there. Kilo Lima 4, or sorry, is it KL4 KLN? Or KO4 KLN. All right, thank you, Chuck. Sorry I had that in there. But we got you in there. Thanks for checking in with us, and we'll get back to you when the net starts going through here. So, is there anyone else that would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Kilo
Echo 8 Whiskey Alpha, KE8WA, Gary, Sandusky, Ohio.
All right, K8WA Gary, thank you, sir. I don't know if this is a pattern tonight or not, but you were also fairly quiet. Not sure. Maybe it's a digital mode. Maybe talking into the microphone a bit closer, maybe increasing your gain. I'm not sure, but you're readable, definitely readable, just a little on the quiet side. Now, any more check-ins for the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Kilo 6, Uniform Lima Charlie, KK6 ULC, Mike in Laughlin, Nevada.
Kilo India 5, Delta Alpha Yankee AI 5 BAY. Echolink at American Airlines.
Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec, November Delta, KC3, QND, G, North Ridgeville.
Control. Here is Kilo Lima 7 Foxtrot Romeo, Mike in Willow, Alaska, KL7 Frozen Radio.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. I have 4 check-ins on my list, and I think I heard 5 voices. I'm not 100% sure because one of them was a double. So I'm going to start at the top of the new ones that I've got here. That's KK6 ULC Mike, and with Mike there was a double. So if you tried to check in at the same time as Mike, and that was before KI5 DAY Allen, I'm going to get back to you. Then we had KI5 DAY Allen, then KC3 QND, Ms. Jeannie. We had KL7 Frozen Radio Mike, which I messed up on my notepad because he said it phonetically instead of KL7 Frozen Radio, and it confused me for a minute, but I got you in there, Mike. All right. Was there a station doubling with KK6 ULC Mike? If you were doubling with him, please come back with your call sign one more time.
Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Hotel Golf, Paul, Homestead Falls.
Copy that, Paul. Was that Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Alpha Golf?
Whiskey Hotel Golf.
Copy that, sir. We got you down. Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Hotel Golf. Again, I'm not sure what's going on tonight, but you're one of the few stations that have been a little on the quiet side. So I don't know if you're coming through a node or a digital mode or something, and that's kind of making your signal drop down on octave, or not an octave, but just a little bit. Yeah, again, we can work with it, but just want to let you know that it is a little bit quiet. Anyway, that seems like a pretty good. Well, actually, before I say that, are there any additional check-ins that want to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
KD8, I can run.
Chicken KD8JSX Broker and Ribbon is going to be in and out tonight.
KC1STV. KC1STV. Didn't hear you repeat my call sign, so coming back.
W8WKY.
All right. I have what I believe is KD8 ICR. I did not get a name on that. I have KC1 FTB. Don't have you on my list, so that's why they didn't call you back out. Can I get a first name on FTB, please?
Kilo Charlie 1 Sierra Tango Bravo,
Bob in Massachusetts.
Copy that, Bob. I have you at the top of my list starting at 10 p.m., so we've got you in there. We're going to get back to you. Having a tough time getting some calls and some names here, so I want to make sure I get them all correct. We also have a relatively new net logger trying to kind of help him and kind of keep things in sync. So I have two stations I'm trying to sort out. I'm going to stick with those two stations and those two stations only, please. I have a KD8 ICR, which was KD8 I Can Run. It was relayed to me. Can I get your first name? Oh, okay, I have that as Bruce in the NetLogger. Gotta love that QRZ. All right, got Bruce in there. And then next I had a KC1 FTB station. I need to get that either in NetLogger, or can you come back with your first name, please?
KD8 ICR, name here is Don, Delta Oscar, November.
Excellent. Gotcha.
Don,
so
you're
just for
already
everybody
on
that's
the
been
list.
listening, and I've been kind of mangling these calls on, I appreciate your patience. I'm going to go through the full list of calls that I have, and if there's anybody that tried to check in along the way that is not on this list, please, I will call for you to check in again before I take any new call signs. So, first I have KC1 STB. I have KD4 KLN. I have KE8 WA. I have KK6 ULC. I have KE8 WHG. I have KI5DAY. I have KC3 QND. I have KL7FR. I have KD8 ICR. And I have KC1 FTB. If there's anybody that tried to check in after I started talking that is not on that list, please say your call sign now. All right. We have a goodly number of check-ins on the BeaconNet tonight. Actually, I think usually this is more than I usually get at the start of the net, so it's kind of exciting. So here's where I'm going to go. We have two trivia question people today. They are going to read our trivia questions for us. They're going to give you answers, and then when it comes your turn, you can answer the trivia question and give us your comments. So first, I'm going to go up to our primary trivia question for the evening and just scroll for a second, and that's going to be AB8MO Andy. What is your trivia question tonight, sir?
All right. I hope and pray that nothing goes wrong, because I don't know what's going on. The dashboard is totally broken for me. Line 39 needs to be deleted. That was Don trying to check in multiple times. Don, KD8 ICR. Kilo Delta 8 India Charlie Romeo, you are on line, you're way up the list, line 24, so you don't have to check in again. And following up our list. So you are on the list. Do not worry, do not fear. All right, trying to get that all straightened out. Getting to tonight's trivia question, let me drop it a sec. All right. What U.S. state has counties that protect Bigfoot, also known as a Sasquatch, in case you guys are all wondering? Again, what U.S. state has counties that protect Bigfoot? And you have 50 of them to choose from. Back to net, AB8 about.
All right, Andy, can you repeat that for me one more time?
All right, I'll try my node here. I don't know why it didn't come through 015, but my question is, what U.S. state has counties that protect Bigfoot, B-I-G-F-O-O-T, also known as a Sasquatch? There is a U.S. state out there, one of the 50 states. There are a few counties in this particular state that have laws protecting Bigfoot. That is my question, Nick. Back to you, AB8MO. Hopefully you got it this time.
Yes, sir. I got it this time. Thank you. The last time you read it, I was reading on NetLogger and my notes and not paying attention to what you said. So I appreciate you reading it again. All right. Next, we're going to go to KI5DOY Alan for our alternate question this evening.
Mr. Nick at night. First and foremost, can you hear me okay? Over. I'm on Echolink.
Yes, sir. Little choppy, but you're coming in all right. I can definitely readable.
Okay, that's probably just my internet connection. I'll try to slow down and move a little bit away from this desk. I'd like to know what that rogue metal scraping sound is. I keep hearing. That's very strange. But anyway, I am on Echolink. Maybe I'm the only person hearing it. But if you can hear me okay, everybody, here's tonight's alternate trivia question. And man, what a trivia question it is. I'm telling you, I went really deep on this one. The little plastic or metal tube at the end of a shoestring. Let me repeat that. The little plastic or metal tube at the end of a shoestring is called A, an agler, B, a stite, C, a twill, or D, a Cornwaldo string beam. KI5DAY, back to Nick.
All right, thank you, sir. That could be an interesting question. I'll think about both of those. All right. I probably should have identified before we got our trivia questions, right? But I'm going to do it now. This is KE8QK on a WWKY repeater. We have gathered a list of check-ins to the BeaconNet, and we are now going to start going through our list of check-ins on the BeaconNet. And we are going to start with some in-and-out stations that we have in here. We have WB4AIZ. We have KE8ELR. We have KE2BZX. We have KE8LNK, all in and out. And that brings us down to our first official trafficable station. That's going to be KE8YUG. Josh, go ahead and take it away.
KE8QKO, Nick, it's good to hear you tonight. And, well, everybody else when they come up. But, I'll get the trivia out of the way. For the first one, I'm going to go, did I mix it up? The Bigfoot, that was the first one. I was going to go with Montana. I don't know. I'm kind of basically just guessing, but that seems like it could be one of them. And then for the other one, the shoelace, I'm going to go with the Stite, B, the Stite. A lot of those, I thought I knew that one. They all sound similar, so I'm going to go with that. And yeah, I missed the eyeball meeting there, the QSO there. I missed it. Well, you wouldn't have seen my eyes because I was in the hospital. I took myself to the emergency room. I had another allergic reaction. So, don't know why yet. Gonna kind of figure that out, but that was that derailed my plans there. So, I've been picking up stuff all day trying to get, figure out what it might be. But there was a second time, and this time was much worse. So they actually gave me some EpiPens. Because if it happens again, it's not going to be good. So hopefully not, but I wish I could have seen everybody. I'll send it back to net. Talk to everybody in the morning. KE8YUG, back to net.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Josh. Got you down there from Montana and Bravo. Oh yeah, sorry to hear about that. That stinks. Hopefully they'll figure that out so you know what to avoid. It's tough having an allergic reaction to something if you don't know what that something is. It's a little tough to avoid it, but hopefully they'll get it sorted out for you and you'll be aware. Next we have KG4SCK Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And what do you have for us this evening?
Hey, good evening, Nick, and everyone on the BeaconNet. Not a whole lot. Nice to be back up here in Northeast Ohio. Talking with the Hamley family I got up here. So the trivia questions, man, I'm just going to say for the Sasquatch thing, a wild guess, South Dakota. And for Alan's question, I remember watching a show on that, but I can't remember what it was called, but the guy got rich, I think. Sort of like the guy that invented the little twisty thing on the shoe polish can. I wished I had invented that. I'm going to guess 12. So there you go, guys. Have a wonderful evening. KG4SCK, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Mark. We got you down there for South Dakota and Charlie. It's good to hear from you. Curious, are you back in Ohio, or are you still down in good old Kentucky?
Oh, I hope I didn't key up too soon and cut off the first part of my transmission. I am back up here in Northeast Ohio. One day short of missing that wonderful eyeball QSO. So I'll catch the next one. KG4SCK, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mark. Yeah, I missed it too, but it was still good time this weekend, time with family, so that's how it goes. Anyway, next we have KETQR. Keith, how you doing tonight, Keith? And what do you have for us this evening?
KEAQKO, KEATQR. Good evening tonight, Nick. You're sounding good tonight. Good evening to everyone else on the net tonight. Good to hear everybody. Hope everybody's weekend was good. Excellent. I know mine was, and I had a great time yesterday at the Eyeball QSO. Met some people. Got a couple really nice T-shirts, and I have to say they turned out much better than I thought they might. And when I put them on, I make them look very good. Hi. Anyway, trivia before I forget it, and I know I usually do. The first trivia question, the main question, I'm going to go with, what state do I want to go with? I'm not sure. I know it's up north somewhere. I'm going to go with Montana. It's one of those up there. So that's what I'm going to go with. And then for the secondary trivia question, I'm going to go with A for Alpha. A for Alpha. And those are my answers. So anyway, I'm going to get on out of here. Wish everybody a good night and a really great week. We've got some rain coming, but hopefully it won't make too much mess of our plans. So anyway, everyone have a great week. This is KE8TQR sending it back to net control. 73 all.
All right, thank you, Keith. Got you down there from Montana and Alpha. And rain. Yeah, hopefully I've had enough of that for now. It's been a little wet out. Hopefully it's not too much. Okay, next we had NATB, Dave, who checked in and out. Then we had W3ETB, Eddie. How you doing tonight, Eddie? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Hi, Nick. It's been a great day today. I didn't even go out at all today, but it looked kind of nice. We had a little bit of rain, but overall it was outside and very sunny. As far as the main trivia question goes, the first thing popped in my mind might be that Virginia might have some counties that would protect Sasquatch, but actually they have their own weird creature that people have cited from time to time, so I'm not even really sure what that is. I know it has sort of a weird, kind of crazy name to it. And then there are other states, of course, that also have some weird creatures and things. But that being the point, I guess I would say Oregon. Oregon sounds like a good place for Sasquatch and Bigfoot sightings, so they might want to protect, Bigfoot so that the tourists can come just to try to see if there is one. So I know if I ever get back out to Oregon, out to that way, I actually have never been in Oregon. Almost was there one time. But if I ever get out that way, I probably wouldn't mind looking for Sasquatch. You know, bring a deck of playing cards, and maybe we can play some cards together. Who knows? And as far as Alan, well, that little plastic piece, Alan, I usually wind up losing that. I have no idea really what it's called, but I'm going to go with T, or whatever that was, Twill, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Anyhow, it's up to our time, so we'll go ahead and say 7-3 and have a good night, and back to you there.
All right, thank you, Eddie. We got Oregon for the primary question, but there was some sort of interference on your I don't know if it was on your signal or at the same time as you were transmitting or what. But can you repeat your answer for the alternate question, please?
Yeah, for Alan's question, I had picked C for, I think it's Twill. And yeah, there was some interference there when I went ahead and took the space bar. I heard the scraping noise like Alan says he hears. So anyway, back to you there, Nick.
All right, yeah, Eddie, thank you. Not sure we think that's an interfering node, but we've had some fun times tonight. Anyway, we'll keep it going. Thank you there, Eddie. And next we have K5CFY Ray. How you doing tonight, Ray? And what do you have for us? Kilo 5, Charlie, Foxtrot, Yankee, Ray. How you doing tonight, sir? And what do you have for us this evening? All right, hearing nothing from Ray there. Perhaps he had to step away and then get back with us later. Next, we're going to go down to KA8, MNT, Tom. How you doing tonight, Tom? And what traffic do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KA8 QKO. This is KA8MNT. Good evening, Nick, and everybody else that's on the net tonight. Oh, let's see here. Let's get the trivia out of the way. I used to follow that quite a bit over the years, and because I was quite interested in it. And I think I'm going to go with Washington State up there in the northwestern part of the country. And hopefully I think it's one of either that or Oregon, but I'm going to pick Washington State. The plastic ends of the shoestrings. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to go with A, aglet. So we'll see what happens with that, too. Had a fantastic weekend. Saturday, I went to the Barometer Net QSO eyeball party and had a really good time. And I was honored to sit with the old goat and his wife. So we had a good time just chatting back and forth and seeing everybody there. It was a real pleasure as far as that goes. Met a lot of faces to the voices I've heard over the last few years. Let's see. Anything else going on? Nope, nothing. Looking like we're going to be getting some rain the next couple of days, but That's normal, I guess. It's Ohio. So with that, I'm going to say 73s, everybody. And stay safe, stay healthy, and keep smiling. This is KA8MNT, back to the net.
All right, thank you, Tom. Got you down there for Washington and Alpha. Next, we had WA8KOC Fred, who was in and out. And then we have K8, Yuck, Just Lucy. How you doing tonight, Lucy? And what do you have for us?
Good evening, Nick. Can I get a radio check? I'm not sure I'm on the right frequency.
Absolutely, ma'am. I'd be happy to give you that radio check, and I'm also not sure if you're on the right frequency. But other than that, you're coming in loud and clear.
Well, that's not too bad. This is KE8YUK to the net. Hi, everybody. Josh is awake, and he decided he didn't want to be, so he went back to bed. But he's up above me now, so I kind of can get a bead on what he's up to. We got back from vacation, which was a wonderful vacation. We went down to Amish country and relaxed, but apparently the relaxation wasn't enough. Also, I've had a cold since at least Thursday, might have been Wednesday, and it wasn't great, but I'm doing okay. If you heard me on the boredom breaker, you would have heard my voice going, so I sounded like a mother during the entire weekend. But Josh got it pretty bad today. What is he doing? Did he fall out of the chair? Oh, my word. I think you might have turned the net on and couldn't hear me talking. Anyway. So I'm working the Yaesu 99-1A all by myself, which is intimidating because Josh gave me the run-through, but it was after a beacon net, and it was one of the later beacon nets, so I don't remember much, so that's why I asked for the radio check to make sure I was doing it right. I'm going to pause for time just in case, because I'll lose track really easily. Okay, YUK returning. As far as trivia goes, the first one, which state would protect Sasquatches, I'm going to say probably half of them. Probably not Hawaii, because I feel like they have other problems. But my main answer would be, I'm going to say West Virginia, because I feel like it's something that they would want to do. And as far as alternate trivia, I'm going to say A, Aglet. And I'm now self-consciously checking the ends on the strings of my sweatshirt to see if Betty has chewed them off yet, which, fun fact, she has not, but it's coming. And she is furniture cruising, for those who wondered. She is climbing up on anything she can and bonking her head probably half of the time. So it's great over here in the Van Dyke household. But that's the goings-on here. I'm going to pass it back now that I have rambled plenty. And wish everybody a good night. God bless. And, you know, don't drive yourself to the hospital if you can't see very well. That should go without saying, but I'm saying it anyway. Anyway, back to net control.
All right, Lucy. Got you down there for West Virginia and Alpha. That's the answer in the blue screen. But hey, you know, you got to get to the hospital somehow, and you know, those ambulances, you don't have to bother with those things unless you really, you can't do it. But they charge you a arm and a leg when they finally get to you. And yeah, I'd much rather. I'm a big fan of taking care of things myself. If I can, so I even avoid hospitals altogether. But that's my thing. And that's enough of a rant for me. Next, we had K8PJW Philip, who is in and out, and we are down to K8ALX Mike. How you doing tonight, Mike? And what do you have for us this evening? Kilo 8, Alpha Lima X-Ray. Mike, how you doing tonight, sir? And do you have traffic for the beacon net? All right, hearing nothing from Mike there. Perhaps we can get to hear from him a little bit later if he's away from his radio or if his node's messed up, which seems to be happening tonight. So hopefully that's not an issue, but if it is, perhaps we can hear back from him later. And next we're going to go down to K8BHQ. Ben, how you doing tonight, Ben? Good to see you at the club meeting on Thursday. And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
KE8BHQ. Really, the only traffic I got is I'm pretty excited for the Ham Fest this coming weekend. Hopefully I can get a radio. And for trivia, I think I'm going to go with, I'm going to take a guess and say Montana. And for the alternate, I will go with Alpha. That is about all I've got, so I'll give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right, sir. Good luck on finding that radio this weekend. We got you down there from Montana and Alpha. And this is KE8QKO and the WWKY repeater going through our list of check-ins for the Beacon Net. And we are now go down to KE8MMY. Christopher, how you doing tonight, Christopher? And what do you have for us?
KE8MMY and net control in the group. It is sounding like a pretty rough evening out there, but no matter how bad it gets, you can always look at in 1890, the first perforated toilet paper rolls appeared on the market, that improvement being followed in 1930 with the introduction of splinter-free toilet paper. So we may not have it all that bad tonight. I think that if anyone has laws protecting Sasquatch and things like that, it would have to be California. And I think that I would enter A on the shoelaces. So there you have it, KE8MMY.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for California and I think Alpha. If not, it'll be corrected. It'll show up in that logger if I got it wrong for the alternate question. But before we go any further, we have one of our net control stations that's about to call it a night and it's getting pretty tired. So we're going to go up to him and talk to him for a minute before we go down. We're not going to do all the net control stations, but if he's going to bed, let's see what his trivia answers are. KD8 EPC, Dustin. Or if you're still out there and you want to come in with your traffic, you can come in now.
W8WKY.
KE8QKO and the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening, Nick. Thanks for calling me. I was just getting ready to step away here, head off, and call it an early night. Boy, I think I'm going to go with the great state of Oklahoma for the Sasquatch question. And Alan's question, whichever one has Cornwall to me, count me in for it. But with that, it's been a long day, long evening. I'm ready for bed to do it all again tomorrow. So 73, everybody, have a great night and a great net. KD8EPC, back over to net control.
All right, thank you so much down there for the great state of Oklahoma and Delta. Looks like the K8MMY station did not get his trivia questions in there. I want to say it was California and Alpha. You want to come back and confirm that? Thank you, sir. Want to make sure we got them logged in that logger properly. And we are next going to get on to KD8, ICR, Don. How you doing tonight, Don? And what traffic do you have for us this evening? Kilo, Delta 8, India, Charlie, Romeo, Don. How you doing tonight, sir? And what traffic do you have for us this evening? All right, hearing nothing from Don there, perhaps we can maybe get a recheck or something from him later and get his comments. Anyway, next we have KC5, Real Big Guns, Shannon from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We don't know what his alternate, well, we do know what his alternate question is. His alternate question, his primary question is always going to be the same. We'll put him down for the great state of Ohio. If he wants to change his answer, he's happy to come back and recheck. But do that, and then we'll go down to KI5, RFI, Mac. How you doing, right, Mac? What do you have for us this evening?
Good evening, everybody on the net. And it's been a beautiful day here in Northwest Arkansas. Had a busy weekend. My 9-year-old grandson had 3 baseball games and a football game since Friday night, so been pretty busy. A trivia question. I don't know if you all know it, but Springdale, Arkansas, where I live, is the home of the Kansas City Royals farm team called the Arkansas Naturals, and our mascot is Bigfoot. So Arkansas should be one of those states, but I don't know if it is. So I'm going to go with Arkansas and maybe also Washington State. As far as the Allen's question, I'm going to go with Aglet for the Islet. This is Mac in Springdale, KI5, RFI, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mac. Got you down there for Arkansas and Alpha. So we'll get you in there, you get your answers in there, and we'll see how they turn up at the end. Now we have 3 stations here who in and out. 3 stations here who were in and out. I'm going to run through real quick. There's KD2HCE, AF5JB, and KC3WOV. Next, we have KC8FQV, Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And what do you have for us this evening?
Well, net control case, yep. Give me all the thing Aglet, A-G-L-E-T, Aglet for the one and Washington for the other. Yeah, it was great seeing the guys and the gals and that yesterday over at the barometer net IQSO. So that was good, yeah. I got recovered from the bout we had with the dropping low and the insulin. Well, I'm trying to think what was it. The insulin. Yeah, I always get mixed up. The insulin pulls it down, the sugar pulls it up. Yeah, sugar pulls it up. You get low in the your BG. So, but everything came out. So we're back normal. But everything else is good. So, great seeing everyone there yesterday. So, we'll send it back to net control. Yep, next weekend for those are in Ohio. As the Ham Fest over at the Maps Museum. Airplanes, old military airplanes. Matter of fact, they do a pancake breakfast in September sometime. I can't recall when. I was talking to one of the guys there at the Maps Museum, one of the curators or helpers or people, and they said they've had people come into that pancake breakfast. They just call ahead and tell them, hey, I'm coming for the breakfast, and they'll open the gate because they're right at the end of that runway for the Acton-Canton Airport, and they come right in there. So, yeah, you want to come to the Massillon Ham Fest, I think you get a hold of them, you can get there. You can land at the airport and get there. Even you fly in a commercial flight and land there, it just at the northwest corner of the airport. You can get there. So we'll send it back to the net, and that was the 147.18 machine. So we'll send it back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Mark. I got you down there for Washington and Alpha. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure about commercial. That seems kind of, unless they have a shuttle, I'm not sure I want to walk all that way from the commercial part of the airport over to Maps. Pretty sure if you take a shortcut across the runway, they might not like it very much. But, yeah, you never know. It's worth a try. Looks like KC1STB is in here again. Or no, not again. So KC1STB, Bob. How you doing tonight, sir? And what do you have for us this evening?
This is KC1STB. KC1STB on Echolink. Let's see. I ran into a creature we call Sea Squatch, SEA Squatch, in North Captiva Island in Florida. Swear to God, it was a thing. But my answer to the question is Washington State for that first question. And the second one, the shoestring, I'd say my answer would be B. KC1STB, Bob, Massachusetts, and that will be it. Back to net.
W8WKY.
All right, Bob, thank you. We got you on there for Washington and Bravo. Yeah, I've never heard of a sea squatch before. Maybe we could see one if we take our very own Sasquatch down there and chuck him into the beach in the ocean. Then we'll see a sea squatch for sure. But, yeah, thank you for your answers. Good to hear you. Thanks for getting in with us. And next we have KO4KLN, Chuck. How you doing tonight, Chuck? And what do you have for us this evening?
Yeah, KO4KLN. I'm going to make it quick and short. As far as the Sasquatch, I would say California. And on the alternate, I'm just going to take a swag at it and say B. And that's it. 73 to everybody out there, and great net. Just love being in here tonight. So KO4KLN, back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for California and Bravo. And thanks for getting in with us this evening. Before we go down to our next station, this is KAQKO and the WWKY repeater going through a list of check-ins for the Beacon Net. Next is KI5DAY. I'm not sure he might have stepped. Oh, no, he's back. He's back at the blue screen, so I'm sure he's listening. Alan, what is your traffic for the, or not traffic, don't want to say the traffic. We know how that goes. What is your comments for the Beacon Net this evening?
Yeah,
KI5DAY. I think you're calling me. Well, first of all, as soon as I key up, I keep hearing this scraping sound, just like somebody taking the metal chair across the concrete floor. Place in Owasso where 85 AFS Grant lives, and he's an Owasso guy. Well, there's a restaurant there called S&B Burger Place, and they have these floors that are solid concrete, and they have metal chairs. Not a good combo. Almost caused me to have a flashback. The other day I was in there, some waitress came up and she was cleaning, and she scraped one of those chairs across there, and I ran out of my booth. But yeah, I'm hearing that on here now. It's rather strange. But comments, man, it's been a rough day. I haven't felt that great today, but that's all right. I'm about to get through another night of the Big W here, and all is good in the hood. We get to check into the American Net briefly earlier, and then I jumped over here with the alternate trivia. And I don't know. I'll have to go down here and look at the screen and see what the overwhelming answer is. I'm going to check that out here in a minute. I am on ragchew.app, which works great. But hope everybody's well. I'll shoot it back to you there, Nick, at night. Great net as always. KI5DAY. Back to you.
All right, sir. Thank you. I'm not sure if I missed it, but did you give us your answer for the primary question?
Sorry about that. I meant to give that, and I completely forgot. As the infamous JD would have said if he was here, of course, as always, the great state of Oklahoma. We love our squatchers, and we look after them. That would be my guess. KI5DAY.
All right. Got you down there for the great state of Oklahoma. Thank you. Next we have KE8WA. Gary. How you doing tonight, Gary? And what do you have for us this evening?
Good evening, Nick. I said my audio was a little lower before. I increased the audio setting on my radio. Did it help any? Over.
Yes, sir. That is much better.
Okay, very good. The primary question is Washington, and the other question I'm not sure of. So when all else fails, say A. Over.
Copy that, sir. We got you down there for Washington and Alpha. Thanks for getting in with us there. It's good to hear from you. Next we have KK6ULC. Mike. How you doing tonight, Mike? What do you have for us this evening?
First of all, it's nice to be on this net. I was on this net quite a while ago, but I don't remember having the questions, so it's a good addition if you already have them. I'm going to go with South. What the heck is here? I have it down. South Dakota and Quill. I think Quill was one of the answers up there. I'll give it back to you. KK6ULC, back to net.
All right, yes, sir. We got you down there for South Dakota and Charlie, which was Twill, I think is what you wanted. And so we got you in there. Thanks for getting in with us. It's good to hear from you. Yeah, we try to do trivia. I think it's a lot of fun. People seem to enjoy it. Sometimes it strikes up some good old conversations. So it's definitely a fun addition of the net. Next we have KC3QND, Miss Jeannie, who I haven't heard in quite a while. How you doing tonight? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Well, hello, just Nick. It's quite a chilly evening. I guess this is what they say is the frost is appearing on the pumpkins tonight, I guess. Well, I'm going to say I'm thinking Canada's really got a lot of woods. Well, a lot of woods burnt down. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with Washington State because that's pretty close up there. And my alternate question is C. I'm going to go with C. I wrote that down. I don't remember what it was, but I'm going to go with C. And say hi to everybody on the net tonight. Hope everybody stays warm, happy, and tomorrow is Monday, beautiful Monday. So with that, this is KC3QND. I'm going to say 73 and back to the net.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Got you down there for Washington and Charlie. Next, we have KL7 Frozen Radio, Mike from Willow, Alaska. How you doing tonight, Mike? And how's that weather up there? I'm guessing it's not super warm and awesome.
Yeah, it looks like summer's over. The days of the 100 plus are over. I think we had 100 a day, but it's not the same. It's almost tolerable, so I'm happy. I'll take my boat out soon, I hope. Still have to wait for one sore to heal on my right leg. Once that's healed, I can take the boat out. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for being out there. We'll go back to that control. KK6ULC.
All right, got that KK6ULC. I was actually trying to reach KL7FR Frozen Radio, Mike from Willow, Alaska. We got a couple mics on here. So KL7 Frozen Radio, if you're out there, you want to give us some more comments? Happy to hear. Also, not saying I don't want to, I'm not sure how much about the boat there, Mike, but because there were multiple check-ins. All right, so Mike from Willow, go ahead and take it away.
Well, hello, Nick, and hello to all the Beaconeers. And when there's a lot of mics on the net, you can just call me Mickey. And seems like there's a lot of mics, and everybody's talking to the mic. So go ahead and call me Mickey, like Mickey's Big Mouth. Anyway, here is KL7 Frozen Radio in Willow, Alaska. Currently a balmy 24 degrees. We had 9 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, 6 degrees yesterday, and still no snow on the ground. Had a little snow a week and a half ago, but it didn't even last a day, so we're transitioning. The days are getting shorter, nights are getting longer, and the temps are getting colder, so it's that time of year, but I like sitting in the shack where it's always 68 degrees and sunny. So that's my take on it. I don't care what the weather's doing. If it's crappy outside, I can come in the shack. Anyway, I'll pause for a reset.
W8WKY.
KL7 Frozen Radio returning. As far as the Sasquatch goes, I don't think they really need no protection. I've heard a few instances where Sasquatch has been aggressive towards people. I've heard way more instances where people were aggressive towards Sasquatch, and we still haven't found a carcass anywhere. They claim to find hairs and stuff, but I want to see a carcass. But if a Sasquatch kills a human, I don't know if that's evidence, but I wouldn't blame Sasquatch. And I think a place that they must definitely be protected would be Saskatchewan, Canada. With a name like that, Saskatchewan, Canada, they got to be protected there. But I haven't heard anybody mention Idaho, so I'll say Idaho for that answer. And I know the answer to the alternate trivia question, so I'm going to say S for shoestring squatches one. Sasquatch shoestring. Put me down for S on that one. Anyway, it's always a great time on the Beacon Net. Good to hear everybody out there. Hope everybody has a great week coming up. And
all right, thank you, sir. The often imitated, never duplicated KL7 Frozen Radio. He's got his answers down for Idaho and S for Sasquatch shoestrings. Okay, This is KEQK with the WWK repeater going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. We are now down to KE8 WHG. Paul. How you doing tonight, Paul? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
KE8QKO and the net, good evening. This is KE8WHG. I have no traffic. My question for the Bigfoot question would be Washington State, and the shoestring, I'm going to go with B, and I'm going to say 73 to all. I did turn my mic gain up, and I kicked it a little extra power to see if I could get into the repeater a little more readable, but that's it. Back to you, Net Control. This is KE8WHG.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's see where my list here. Okay, yeah, we got you down there for Washington and Bravo. Yeah, you're a little bit louder than you were earlier. Still a little on the quiet side, but definitely readable and understandable. So, thanks for getting in with us. And next, we are going to go down to KI5 TAQ. Taco Tim. How you doing tonight, sir? And what do you have for us this evening?
Oh, good afternoon. I should say good evening, everybody. This is KI5TAQ. Not much, but for a cool evening tonight here in the great state of Oklahoma. So for the answers of the main trivia question, I know the Pacific Northwest may be full of Sasquatches, so I'll just go for Idaho. And then for the alternate, A as in Alpha. I'll just send it back to Net Control.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Idaho and Alpha. Next, we have KE5 NCP Tom. How you doing tonight, Tom? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Well, good evening to the BeaconNet and Nick and Knight there, the host. Anyway, good to hear you in here tonight. Been enjoying all the conversations down through the net there and what have you. Been definitely entertaining, as is the blue screen as always. So always looking to see what Herbert A. to say. I like that. I'm going to have to start calling him that from now on instead of his go-by name. Anyway, so much for that. Well, let's see. Been a busy day today. I've been working on the kitchen here at the house for 2 days. I've let it go for so long. It took that long to get it back together. So what can I say? I've been lazy and not getting with it. So I finally decided it was time to get it done. So 2 days later, hey, we got the kitchen cleaned up and everything put away. So that's the name of the game here. Now, as far as the questions, I'm going to go with Washington State for the primary question. That'd be a WA, and I'm going to go with A for the secondary question. And with that, we'll say 73 to everybody out there and turn back to Net Control. KE5 NCP.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I totally understand the putting off those chores and cleaning things up. I just tackled my garage today a little bit and made pretty good progress in there and cleaned things up quite a bit. But I understand putting that off and the mess it can bring on organizing and putting things away and getting it the way you want it. So that's how it is. And we got your answers down there for Washington and Alpha. I'm going to break for time. All right, this is KE8QKO and the WWKY repeater, where we've gone through our list, our first round list of check-ins here for the BeaconNet. We're down to 40. That's quite a number. and we're ready to open it up for the second round. Already at 40 check-ins, we're going to our second round. So anyone who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Sheila, Delta 8, Ocean, Nancy, from Portland, Ohio, coming in Chardon, Ohio, University Hospital, K-H-O-O-N.
Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee, VK2DY, Robert in Sydney.
All right, I'm going to take it there. All right, we had two stations. The first one, I'm going to get with you. You were super staticky. Also, we got Robert in our trivia, in our net logger. So the station before Robert, it was Kilo. There was a couple of Oscars in there. You were really staticky. Can you come back with your call sign phonetically and try to speak up a little bit so we can try to pick you out of the static, if you don't mind?
Sheila, Delta 8, Oscar, November, Brad, I am in Chardon, Ohio, at University Hospital.
All right, Brad, got you in there this time. Thank you. Yeah, you said you're in Chardon. The net logger showed you Cortland. I think that's close to Chardon, if I got my geography right. All right, thank you, sir, for checking in, and also thank you, VK2DY. So before we start going through comments for these two check-ins, I'm going to see if there's anyone out there that would like to check into the BeaconNet. Please call now.
This is KQ1 USA, Jamie in Wetumpka, Alabama.
Roger, did I hear that was KQ1 USA, Kilo Quebec 1 Uniform Sierra Alpha?
W8WKY.
Yep, got it in that logger in QRZ. So thank you, Jamie. Got you in there. Are there any additional check-ins who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. We're going to go back up to Kilo Delta 8, Oscar November, Brad, and see what his traffic is for the BeaconNet this evening. Take it away, Brad.
Honestly, I'm very, very interested in the BeaconNet. I was just radio on and checking the frequency and ran across surgery. I'm laying here in the hospital bed.
All right, Brad, sorry to hear that. I think I picked up you were laying in the hospital. That probably explains the static on the radio. So I imagine some of those hospital walls are not really conducive to good propagation. I did not hear your answers to the trivia question, so I'm going to say if you have those and you want to answer, I'm going to give you a time to do that before we move on to our next station.
I'll pass on the trivia question. I think you picked up on down in Portland, Ohio. I started at the University Hospital. Well, that's all we can say. More information, you can
right, I'm sorry to say I did not pick up any of that. If the net control team did, we can get you in there, but I'm not sure what the answer. All I picked up on that transmission was actually your call sign at the end of it. The rest of it was super staticky for me, so we might have to pass on trying to get you in there again. Sorry to hear you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better and get whatever the issue sorted out, and you can get back in with us again once you're out of the hospital. I'd be happy to hear from you and happy to take your check-ins anytime. I appreciate you getting with us and taking the time. Next, we're going to go down to VK2DY, Robert. How you doing, Robert? And what do you have for us from Sydney, Australia?
Yes, good afternoon. This is Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney. It is Fahrenheit-wise 83 Fahrenheit. We'll get a couple degrees more than that before the day is through. Sun is shining. Sky is absolutely blue. I'm sitting outside, actually. It's too nice a day to sit indoors. Yesterday we made our first beach trip of the summer, or the spring, I guess. Went up to the Central Coast, which is about an hour and a half drive from here, not bad. And just walked on the beach and had fish and chips and just sort of enjoyed the day. Water's a little too cold yet. It's, I think, 67 Fahrenheit. So we'll wait until it gets into the mid-70s Fahrenheit. Then the water's really, really nice. So that'll be probably January. Anyway, other than that, we have our own Sasquatch here. We call it a Yowie. And many places in the eastern part of Australia claim it as their own. It's a big claim in the capital city in Canberra. They apparently think it's a politician, but anyway, it is what it is. It's a very popular creature here. Anyway, with that, I'm going to guess Washington State for the first question, and let's go with Charlie for the second. VK2DY.
All right, thank you, sir. Always happy to hear from you down there in the wonderful world of Sydney, Australia. I'm looking forward to hearing about the nice weather you're going to have while we're having our cold weather. So it's always fun. We got you down there for Washington and Charlie. Next, we had KQ1 USA. Jamie, how you doing tonight, Jamie? And what traffic do you have for the Beacon Net this evening? Kilo, Quebec 1, Uniform Sierra Alpha. Jamie, how you doing tonight, sir? And what traffic do you have for us this evening? All right, did not hear anything from Jamie there. I saw him hop in and out of the blue screen, so maybe he had to step away and he's not on his radio anymore. Anyway, well, I'll go with this. This is KEAQK on the WWKY repeater, where I've gone through our list of check-ins for the Beacon Net. So I think next we should go up and talk to our net control stations, at least the ones that are still around. We'll see how that's going to go. We're going to start with KE8VZA, our pre-show and logger this evening. Eric, how you doing tonight, sir? How things going? How you liking it? And what do you have for us?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, everybody, for bearing with me. I'm new at this, but I think overall we're getting the job done here. For trivia, before I forget, I'm going to go with the state of Washington. And alt trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha. Things here are pretty good. Got a lot of stuff done this weekend. Wrapping up the pool closing, or the closing of the plywood pond, as I like to call it, and get that buttoned up for winter. Got a few more things to do this week when the weather's a little warmer. Anyway, it's all good. This is KE8VZA. Back to you, Nick.
All right, thank you, Eric. So maybe turn that plywood pond into a plywood ice skating rink. I don't know, just an idea. But yeah, get all that sorted out and trying to get some stuff ready for winter here myself. Next we have AV8MO. We're going to get his comments, but not his trivia answer yet. Andy, go ahead and take it away.
Alrighty, I'm getting way too distracted with the blue screen. This is AV8MO. Okay. Well, I'll give a hint. Actually, somebody did get it right, even though I did not give any multiple choices. So you'll find out in a little bit. You know what? But we all do know that the People's Republic of Sasquatchia have very strict laws against the harming of squatches. So, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was, colloquially known as Bigfoot, and it's, most people call them Sasquatches now. At least we do on this net, so we love our squatches, that's for sure. So, let's see here. Hi, Brad. Great to have you checking in. Yeah, you're not quite as good in this for Peter as you are 9-4, but, let's see, you're a little marginal, but that's kind of expected, being in a hospital. So, yeah, it's too bad we don't have Allstar on 9-4. You would be full quieting. Of course, that repeater's right across the street. So, if we don't have any problem hearing you on the trivia net. What did you write, Mike? Sasquatchistan. Sasquatchistan. Oh, boy. Got to be better than Afghanistan. That's all I could say. Oh, well. This blue screen's way too distracting. I'll throw it back to net. Oh, and let's see. The spaghetti, Cornwaldo spaghetti string, whatever D was, for that, for the alternate. Back to net, AV8MO.
All right. Thank you, Andy. Got you down there for Delta for the alternate question. Now you have me messed up because I had an answer I was going to go with that wasn't on the list, and I'm like, I think this is a good one. I think this is a good alternate option is where it could be. But then now, since you said somebody got it right and nobody else has guessed my answer I wanted to give, makes me realize that my answer is wrong. And now I don't know what answer to answer, so I'll probably answer anyway. I'm going to say what I was before, which was Vermont. Everybody's going out west. But that good old state of Vermont, I could see them passing a law or something like that to protect Bigfoot or Sasquatch or whatever. And they have a lot of mountains and that kind of thing and hiking trails. So I'm going to go with that. And my answer for the alternate question is going to be Alpha. I know my main question is going to be wrong now, but I'm going to stick with what I wanted, what I originally had. Anyway, next we're going to check in with, hang on, let me scroll up here. I got to scroll for this now. KEQWE Mike. I don't know if he's out there or not. He had no responsibilities this evening. But if you're out there, Mike, and you want to come back with your comments, please go ahead and do so.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Yes, I'm here. I'm sitting here falling asleep, but I am here. Trivia for the first one. I'm going to say the great state of Oklahoma because I really don't have a clue. And I'm going to say C because I don't have a clue there either. Haven't been up to much. Haven't really felt all that good. They changed my meds for my sugar, and I don't know if it's that or what, but my sugar's been a little out of control, so I have to get them back to normal. Haven't been up to a whole lot today. I did watch the Browns game. I'm not a huge football fan, but I thought that was good. I enjoyed the game, so I watched that. I took a nap and took care of the dog. My wife came home. She was gone a couple of days, and we went up to the Mexican place, grabbed some supper, and got on the Wolverine net, and here I am. So, with that being said, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Back to KE8, QKO. See you later, folks.
Thank you, Mike. Got you in there for Oklahoma and Charlie. We heard from Dustin already, and I do believe that Just Nick is not available tonight, but I'm going to throw it out there just in case he is available and listening or something and he wants to try to get in. I'll give him one call out. That's KD8 SLG. And if you're listening and you want to have comments, please call now. All right, nothing heard there. I will say I missed the eyeball QSO this weekend, but it was kind of a good thing. We went with my wife's family for her and her mother's birthday to celebrate them. We went to the Apple Butter Stern Festival down in Roscoe Village in Coshocton. That was actually really nice. I wasn't really sure what to expect. They had a lot of crafts. Not as much apple butter as I thought they were going to have, but they had crafts, and there was this one pullover hoodie thing. I think it's a funny story. My wife saw this. It was like a wool sort of, pullover thing, and it was armless, and she just fell in love with it. She's like, I really, really want this thing. And I was like, oh, okay. I kind of shoved her away because her birthday's coming up. I'm like, well, I'll just pick it up and pick it up and give it to her for her birthday. Well, she liked it so much. After I shoved her away, she went and got her mom and went over to show it to her. But during that time, I had already purchased it and hid it from her. So she got there, and she was super mad because within like 5 or 10 minutes, somebody had bought it. And she was looking at me, and she was so mad at me because I didn't buy it the first time. And it was an issue, and I realized that if I didn't give it to her that day, I was not going to be able to sleep without at least one eye open the rest of the week. So I gave it to her yesterday, and she was really excited. But that was a funny story. She went to buy it, and it's gone because I'd already bought it, and she didn't know. Anyway, good stories, good times, fun with family, and that's where we're at. So, before we're getting close to the bottom of the hour here. This is KEQKO and the WWKR repeater. And I broke for time there because I realized I was probably about to time out if I hadn't already. So, KEQKO and the WWKR repeater. We've got a little bit of time. We're going to take one more round of check-ins before we get our trivia answers read for us. So, anyone who is not checked in that would like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically along with your name and location.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha, WD8LLA, Neil, and Metropolitan Brewster, Ohio.
All right, sounds good there. We got WD8LLA Neil. How you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good evening, Nick, and everybody on the net tonight. I just woke up. I crawled out of bed. I left the radio on, so I thought I'd checked in. So about all I've got sleepy dreams here, but I didn't hear any of the questions, so I don't have any answers, but just wanted to say hi to everybody. 73, back to you, Nick.
All right, thank you, Neil. Well, you know what? We got a minute or two here, so let's go ahead and reread these questions. And you can throw us your answers, and then we'll get the answers read to us, and then we'll kind of start wrapping up tonight. So let's get to one more read of the questions. AB8MO, can you read us the primary question and then pass it off to KF5DAY to read the alternate question?
I can't believe what I'm reading on a blue screen. I don't know. Anyway. This is AB8MO. All right. What U.S. state has counties? I'll get it out. What U.S. state has counties that protect Bigfoot, also known as a Sasquatch? What U.S. state has counties that protect Bigfoot? And you have 50 choices. So, name the state that you think protects, that has legal protections against harming Sasquatches. Back to net, ABNMO.
All right, thank you, Andy. KF5DAY, would you like to read the alternate question for us?
KF5DAY back here in the net, and let me just make sure you can still hear me there, Nick. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry, I'm getting a lot of that crazy exorcist air scraping sound like I hear at the S&B burger place in Owasso. Anyways, the alternate trivia question tonight was that little plastic or metal tube at the end of a shoestring. And we all know how annoying it can be when it isn't there, don't we? We burn it with our cigarette lighters, don't you? Anyway, the little plastic or metal tube at the end of a shoestring is called A, an aglet, B, a sight, C, a twill, or D, a Cornwaldo string bean. I'll read it one more time. The little plastic or metal tube at the end of a shoestring is called A, an aglet, B, a sight, C, a twill, or D, a Cornwaldo string. KI5DAY, baby.
W8W.
All right, thank you, Alan. I'm going to tell you, I don't think I've ever burned the ends of those before. If they came off, we used to wrap them with Scotch tape as tightly as we could. It was never quite tight enough, so it was hard to get them through the holes if you wrap them with Scotch tape. They were just a little bit too big, but that's what we did. All right, down to WD8LLA. Neil, how you doing, sir? And what are your answers for the trivia question? We already got your traffic.
I believe it's probably out west, but I know they've been making a lot of television shows in West Virginia hunting Sasquatch, and some of them had rifles, so I think maybe West Virginia passed a law in a couple counties, because a couple counties down there, they'll shoot anything. So, and for the shoestrings, I'm going to go with C. It looks like a quill on the end of a pen, so that's the news here. Back to net control.
All right, Neil. Thank you. I think you might have that one, actually. There was a comment made by our trivia master earlier that somebody got it right, and there was one West Virginia. So we'll see how that works out. I'm kind of curious. You mentioned that they'll shoot anything. Maybe they have to enact those laws to try to keep people from accidentally shooting each other. That could be an interesting twist. All right, let's find out here. Let's go up to AV8MO. Andy, get our alternate question answer, and then we'll go down to KF5DAY and get our alternate trivia answer. Andy, take it away.
Let's see. We missed Neil's answer for the main trivia. What was it there, Nick?
It was West Virginia for the main and Alpha for the alternate. Wait. West Virginia for the main, and I think I might have the wrong letter for the Alpha. Let me have to find the question in the blue screen. It was, let me get back to you on the alternate. It was West Virginia for the main.
Okay, that works for me. This is ABNMO, and okay, I'm not doubling with anybody good. I gave up on the W8WKY dashboard. I can get into the W8OKE dashboard, but that doesn't really help me much. other than, well, there's only one connection there. So anyway, very good there. Boy, I had a lot of fun with this. I figured it'd be more fun just for people to throw out the name of states, and I honestly was expecting stuff all over the country, and we kind of did that. Sorry for kind of semi-spoiling it for you there, just Dick. Or wait a minute, Dick at Night. Sorry about that. This is AB8MO. Did I say that? All right. Trivia question was with no predetermined choices. Was what U.S. state has counties that protect Bigfoot? And here is your answer. The state of Washington contains 3 counties that protect Bigfoot. Originally, Sacramento County passed a law making killing a Bigfoot punishable by a felony conviction, resulting in a monetary fine of up to $10,000 or 5 years imprisonment. In 1984, the law was amended to just a misdemeanor, and the entire county was declared a Sasquatch refuge. Whatcom County followed suit in 1991, declaring the county a Sasquatch protection and refuge area. And in 2022, Grays Harbor County, Washington, passed a similar resolution. So, sorry, Dustin. I'm going to have to move to Washington State to get some protections there. Yeah, Tom, K8MNT was the first one, and apparently I got to find some harder trivia questions. But I had a lot of fun anyway. Back to net, AB and MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. Seems like I would have got it. I think I would have got it wrong no matter what. So I appreciate you giving the trivia question this evening. It was a pretty good one. So next we go down to KF5DAY Alan to get our alternate question for answer for us. Alan, take it away.
Yeah, I'm back in the net, and I keep forgetting since the last time you asked me. I got lucky. Oh, here it is. I forgot to copy and paste my question when I had to leave and came back, so that I found it here. So again, the alternate trivia question, I should say, was the little plastic or metal tube at the end of the shoestring is called A, an aglet, B, a sight, C, a twill, not a quill, that's a pin, a twill, or a torn Waldo string bean. Well, the actual answer is, I've got heartburn. The actual answer is A, an aglet. Yes, and it was designed not really to help you put your string through the hole. It was designed to keep your string from fraying, so it's not so hard to put through the hole. Anyway, yeah, another case of useless trivia, but you're welcome for it. AI5BAY, great hit as always, guys. Always fun, and the blue screen. Yeah, what a bunch of lunatics you people are. AI5BAY, back to that.
All right, thank you, Alan. Another fine question. Glad I got it right. Okay, now we're nearing the bottom of the beacon net. We're all getting tired. We're all getting sleepy. And this is K8QK on the WWKY repeater, where I'm going to open it up for one more final round of check-ins, because no matter what, there's always somebody out there that's listening, maybe doesn't want to answer the trivia question, maybe just woke up or just turned on their radio or whatever, that wants to check in one last time with us after we've read the answers. So I'm going to open up this one last round of check-ins. Anyone would like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 5, November Charlie Papa, KE5NCP. Tom, with recheck.
All right, go with your recheck there, Tom.
One, but did they give the one about the shoelaces yet? KSFKV.
Yes, Mark, we'll get you in a moment. We had a recheck from Tom, then we'll get to the recheck with Mark. So, Tom, take it away.
Thanks, Nick. Just want to do a recheck. I noticed on the blue screen that Andy and some others said that my audio was really hot. I have my power turned down with the beams pointed into the repeater. I since went ahead and turned the power back up. Is the audio still sounding hot here?
Actually, Tom, I thought you sounded fine both times, but I think you're sounding okay for me, and maybe they can go back in the blue screen if there's something that they identified about your audio that they thought was a little off. But I think you're sounding pretty good to me.
Okay, roger that. Well, I just wanted to double check. Don't want to have too hot audio coming in or things like that. And I wasn't sure what caused that because I've never heard anybody complain about that before. So anyway, just thought I'd crank the power back up and see if that made a difference or anything else. So anyway, I appreciate it, and we'll turn it back to net control. KE5 NCP. Thanks.
W8WKY.
Not a problem. Yeah, I think I hear such a range of audio, I tend to just think of it in a range, and as long as I can hear you, I'm usually pretty happy as a net control station. So, yeah, I think you're sounding okay to me. And next we had KC8FQV about the questions. Yes, Mark, we did get our trivia questions answered for us. The answers were Washington State and Alpha for an applet, whatever. The answer was Washington and Alpha. Those are the answers. Do you have any more questions there, Mark?
Nope. So I think it was Alpha. Was that Aglet? A-G-L-E or A-G-L-E-T. Was that the one? And yeah, I was doing something on the phone. Sometimes it leaves the thing off, and other times it decides to drop the connection. The app stays, but just the connection disconnects sometimes. So, KCFTV.
All right, copy that, sir. It's time to close this down. So on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8QWE, AB8MO, K8VZA, KD8SLG, and KD8EPC, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us in the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WAWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WAWKY-R. You're welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday. Also, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net, and this is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
W8WKY, repeater PL1 14.8. W8WKY.
KE5NCP. Radio check, please. KE5NCP. Radio check, please. Nothing heard. KE5NCP.